It's an unusual commute to work for Palawa man Andrew Sculthorpe.
Morning.
Taking off from the Tasmanian mainland, he's part of an ecosystem restoration project on a remote 8,000-hectare island in the Bass Strait.
This is Lungtalanana, it's part of the country of our ancestors. 200 years ago, when white people started to come to these islands, they really took a lot away from these places. So there was a lot of exploitation of the whales, the seals. They set up farming on the islands. And the islands are small, and those small island ecosystems are also quite fragile.
The island was returned to Aboriginal ownership in 2005 and is managed by the Pakana Rangers. But the team inherited a severely degraded landscape, ravaged by weeds and bushfires. These paddymellons are some of the last surviving animals on the island. Together with the World Wildlife Fund, the Rangers are working to restore this ecosystem to its former glory, conducting frequent cool burns, an Aboriginal land management practice that encourages greater biodiversity.
By putting fire gently through these landscapes in patches, burning these grasses, that's allowing those grasses to flourish and stopping that overstory of she oak and tea tree scrub from fully inundating these areas.
As the environment starts to flourish, the rangers want to repatriate lost species, starting with the wombat.
Animals are part of the way in which life is balanced out. The activities of wombats with their digging and their burrowing, that helps to turn over soil. It creates microhabitats for plants to grow and germinate. And it also creates refuges, so in wildfires, other small animals can take refuge in those burrows.
Before lost wildlife can be reintroduced to the island, one of the main challenges facing the rangers is the need to eradicate feral cats.
We believe that once we do that, then that sets up this place, as a wonderful benchmark for how landscapes can be restored.
The restoration of land and sea habitats invites natural processes to rebound and enhances the biosphere's carbon cycle. For this reason, the team are also monitoring the seagrass beds around the island.
They are huge carbon soaks, so they hold more carbon than what a rainforest would hold. A healthy ecosystem for me is healthy people.
In comparison to the rest of the world, Australia has one of the worst animal extinction records. But some say Tasmania could hold the key to restoring ecosystems.
Tasmania has only lost one mammal species, the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger, and that was due to hunting. We've lost about 35 mammal species up on the mainland. We know that foxes play a huge role in mammal declines and extinction. So keeping foxes out of Tasmania is really key to the future of that island maintaining its biodiversity integrity.
Around the world, there have been various successful efforts to rewild ecosystems. In the UK, the reintroduction of beavers has decreased the effects of floods in certain waterways due to their dam building capability. In Africa, the restoration of blue wildebeest populations in the Serengeti has helped the ecosystem move from being a carbon source to a carbon sink. Australia has various initiatives of its own, including reintroducing the platypus to the Royal National Park near Sydney. Prosser River Reserve is about an hour's drive northeast of Hobart. Here, ecologists are using cameras to survey animal populations in the landscape.
So we've got 30 sites on this property and we've got them all mapped out on a map of the property here so we can navigate to one of them. It's over just ahead of us, about 100 metres that way.
Extinct on the Australian mainland since the 1960s, the Tasmanian Land Conservancy is hoping to bolster eastern quoll populations by reintroducing them into ecosystems that are missing them.
Eastern quolls are super important to the ecosystem that they're in. They're these things that we call mesopredators, which are predators kind of below that top level of predator like your Tasmanian devil or your dingo that are one step down the system that are predating some of those smaller species in the landscape, and that means they're regulating things all the way down the system.
How can healthy ecosystems help to mitigate climate change?
Healthy ecosystems are more resilient in some ways to change as well. So the more thriving populations they have going all the way through them, the more buffered they can be against some of the greater impacts that we're having on some of these populations.
A breeding program is underway to help eastern quolls repopulate their ecosystem niche, with plans underway to reintroduce them to the Australian mainland next year. Jennifer Shearer, SBS World News.